everybody. This is page 1 of the 6 interval sheets that I asked you to download in the last lesson. So we have a lot to cover here, so let's get going. Up here, you're given an interval and then asked to identify it. So given D to F, I know that D to F sharp is major. Therefore, D to F, which is a half step smaller, is minor. Therefore, we have minor third. Next interval, what's D sharp to E? Well, I know that D to E is major, and if I sharp the bottom note, I make it a half step smaller, therefore it's a minor second. And I should have mentioned, the first thing you do when you're asked to identify an interval is to count the letter names. So we have 1, 2, 3, E, F, G, and we put in 3. And then what do we know about E? We know that E to G sharp is major, and that E to G is minor, and then E to G flat is a half step less than that, it's diminished. So this becomes a diminished third. Okay, what's F to A flat? Well, it's some type of third. We know that F to A is major. Therefore, F to A flat, which is a half step smaller, is minor. So F to A flat is a minor third. And what's F sharp to G? Well, we know F to G is major. Well, first of all, it's a second. So we know F to G is a major second. But if I raise the F to an F sharp, I make it smaller. So I made the major a half step smaller, and it's a minor second. So it's interesting to see that a minor second, another way of understanding what it is, it's a half step. All right, D sharp to E, F sharp to G. All right, what's G to A sharp? Well, it's some kind of second. What do I know? I know that G to A is a major second because I know my G scale. So if G to A is a major second, then G to A sharp, I'm widening it, is an augmented second. Next one's a little tricky. I have no reference to a G sharp major scale. So what we do is we just get rid of these sharps. And now I have something I understand. I have a G to a B, and I understand that G to B is a major third. I already know that. So if we sharp both of them, G sharp to B sharp is also a major third. And what's A to B sharp? Well, I know it's some kind of second. And I also know that A to B is a major second, yes? Therefore, if I sharp the B, I'm widening the interval, and this becomes an augmented second. All right, here we have an A sharp to B, and it's looking like these other minor seconds. So let's just test it out. So I'm going to put down that it's a second, and I know there's no A sharp scale, so I can't use that as a reference. So I have to use A as a reference. Well, I know A to B is a major second. Therefore, A sharp to B, which is smaller, is a minor second. What's B to D? Well, it's some kind of third. What do I know about the B scale? I know that B to D sharp is a major third, therefore B to D is a minor third. So we went down a half step from major to minor. Okay, what's C to E flat? Well, it's a third, and we know that C to E is a major third, therefore C to E flat is a minor third. Here we have B flat to C, it's a second. I know my B flat scale. B flat C is the first and second notes of the B flat scale, therefore it's a major second. Let's take a look at A to C. Well, A to C is some kind of third, and I know from my major scales that A to C sharp is major, therefore A to C is minor. The C sharp is coming down to a C natural, making it smaller. What's A flat to C sharp? Well, it's some kind of third because we have three letter names involved, A, B, C. We also know that A flat to C is a major third, and I'm increasing the dimension of the interval by sharping the C, thereby making it augmented. So A flat to C sharp, augmented third. And what's a G to an A? Well, that's the first to the second note, first and second notes of the G scale, so that's simply a major second. And a major second is a whole step, just for your information, whereas minor seconds are half steps. And here we have an E flat to an F flat, so it's some kind of second. Well, what do I know about the E flat scale? I know that the second note of the E flat scale is an F, so E flat to F is major, therefore E flat to F flat goes from major to minor. And F flat, if you look at the keyboard, is really an E, so you could see clearly if you look down at the keyboard, you have an E flat, and the F flat is a half step above that. All right, we're moving into bass clef territory now, and we want to know what's a G to a B. Well, it's a third. I know my G scale, G-A-B, so this is the first and the third note of the G scale, so it's a major third. Here we have a G sharp to A. It looks like one of these minor seconds that we encountered above. Let's test it out. So it's a second, definitely. And we know that G to A is a major second, yes. Therefore, by raising the G to a G sharp on the bottom, I'm making it smaller, and it's a minor second or half step. Okay, what's A to C flat? Well, some kind of third. I know that A to C sharp is major, therefore A to C is minor, therefore A to C flat is diminished. What is B to D flat? Well, it's some kind of third. I know that B to D sharp is a major third, so that B to D is a minor third. B to D flat is a diminished third. And for your information, a diminished third looks on the keyboard and sounds like a whole step, because it is a whole step, but on paper, it's three letter names. So it looks completely different than a major second, which it is equal to enharmonically. All right, this is an interesting case. We have a B sharp to a C. We don't have a B sharp scale as a reference, but we do know the B scale. So B to C, B to C sharp we know is a major second. So B to C is a minor second, right? B to C is a minor second. And then if I raise the B to a B sharp, it becomes a diminished second. Well, what does a diminished second sound like? If someone were singing this bottom B sharp, and then someone was singing the C, it happens to be the same note. So a diminished second is enharmonically equivalent to a unison. Okay, what's a C to a D sharp? We know C to D is a major second, therefore if we sharp the upper note, we're making the interval larger by a half step, therefore it's an augmented second. All right, this is a C sharp to an E sharp. There's two ways we can skin this cat. It's similar to this one where we made the sharps disappear, but in this case, we can refer to this bottom note because there is a C sharp major scale. So this is simply C sharp, D sharp, E sharp. It's the first and the third notes of the C sharp scale, therefore it's a major third. Here we have D to E sharp. It's some kind of second. What do I know about the D scale? I know that D to E is a major second, therefore D to E sharp is an augmented second. And what's D sharp to E? Well, it looks like all these minor seconds above. This one, this one, this one, has that appearance, the sharp on the bottom and then a natural on top. So let's put in second and see what happens. There is no D sharp scale, so I'm going to eliminate that sharp, and I'm going to ask myself, what's D to E? Well, D to E is a major second, therefore D sharp, if I raise the D to a D sharp, I'm making it smaller, and it's a minor second, or half step, just like all the others. What's E to G? Some kind of third. I know that E to G sharp is major, therefore E to G is minor. What's F to A flat? I know F to A is major. It's a major third, yeah? Therefore, F to A flat is a minor third. And what's E flat to F? Well, it's a second, and I know my E flat scale, E flat F. It's the first and the second notes of the E flat scale, therefore it's a major second. What is D to F? Well, I know that D to F sharp is a major third, right? Therefore, D to F is a half step smaller, so it's a minor third. And what's D flat to F sharp? Well, it's some kind of third. I know that D flat to F is a major third, therefore D flat to F sharp is an augmented third. This is a simple one. What's C to D? It's the first two notes of the C scale, so it's a major second. And this is a simple one. What is A flat to B flat? It's the first two notes of the A flat scale, so that's a major second. All right, let's move down to the bottom section. It says complete the following intervals with a note or by adding a note above the given note. So in this case, I already did it for you. The given note is an E, and we want a minor second above that E, but we know that E to F sharp is a major second, therefore E to F is a minor second. The next example is pretty tricky. I need a diminished third above an E sharp, but there's no such thing as an E sharp scale. So I'm going to use an E major scale as a reference. We know that E to G sharp is a major third, and if we lower the G sharp to a G, we get a minor third. If we lower the G to a G flat, then E to G flat is a diminished third. Well, if that's the case, then if I raise the E to an E sharp and I raise the G flat to a G, we have E sharp to G as being our diminished third, and that is the correct answer. Okay, minor second above F, I know F to G is major, therefore F to G flat is a minor second. We need a major second above G. I know G to A is a major second because I know my G scale. Minor third above G sharp. Well, it's some kind of B. And what do we know? Well, we don't know anything. There's no G sharp scale to refer to, but we do know that G to B is a major third. G to B is major. And by sharping or raising the bottom note, I'm making the interval smaller, and therefore I have a minor third. So this is the correct answer, G sharp to B. Right. Need a diminished third above A. First thing we do is go 1, 2, 3, and we write in a C. So we know it's going to be A to some kind of C. Well, what do we know about the A scale? We know A to C sharp is major, therefore A to C is minor, therefore A to C flat is diminished. Okay, we need a major second above A sharp, so we know it's going to be some kind of B, but there's no A sharp scale as a reference. But if we get rid of the sharp, I know what the A scale is. I know that a major second above A is A to B. Therefore, if I sharp the A, I also have to sharp the B. See, a diminished third above B is some kind of D. So I know that B to D sharp is a major third. I know then that B to D is a minor third, and B to D flat is our diminished third that we're looking for. All right, I already wrote these in to save a little time. We need an augmented third above C, so I write in my E, and I know C to E is a major third, therefore I sharp the E and I widen the interval to an augmented interval. Major third above B, we know B, C sharp, D sharp. D sharp is the third note of the B scale, so that's our major third. Augmented second above B flat, we know that B flat to C is a major second, therefore if I sharp the C and widen the interval, it's an augmented second. And what's a major third above A? It's some kind of C, but we already know the A scale, the third note is a C sharp, so that's done. What's an augmented third above A flat? Well, we know A flat to C is major third, therefore A flat to C sharp is augmented. And what's an augmented third above G? Well, we know G to B is major third, therefore G to B sharp is an augmented third. How do we find a minor third above F? Well, F to A is a third, and we know F to A is a major third, therefore F to A flat is a minor third. Okay, the next one's a little tricky. We need an an augmented second above F flat. So we know it's going to be some kind of G. So let's see. An F to a G is a major second. Therefore, an F to a G sharp is an augmented second. Therefore, if we lower the F to an F flat, we have to lower the G sharp to a G. So watch again. F to G sharp is an augmented second. I want an augmented second above F flat. I lower the F to F flat, then I have to lower the G sharp to G. And what's a minor second above B? Well, we know that B to C sharp is major, therefore B to C is minor, so that's good. And we're asked for a diminished third above a B sharp, but there is no B sharp scale, so I'm going to use a B scale as a reference. I know B to D sharp is a major third, therefore B to D is a minor third, and therefore B to D flat is a diminished third. So if I raise the B to a B sharp and I raise the D flat to a D, I get the interval B sharp to D as being a diminished third also. So that is the correct answer, B sharp to D. And what's a minor second above C? Well, we know that C to D is a major second, therefore C to D flat is our minor second. What's a major second above D? Well, it's an E, it's first to the second note of the D scale. And here we go with the diminished third again, above a D sharp this time. So since we're looking for a third, we know we need some kind of F. Well, we can't use D sharp as a reference because there's no D sharp scale. So let's take a look over here. We'll use D as a reference. We know D to F sharp is a major third. Then D to F is a minor third. We're making it smaller, bringing the F sharp down to an F. Now we bring the F down to an F flat. That's a diminished third. So if D to F flat is a diminished third, then if I raise the D and I raise the F to a D sharp and an F, I also have a diminished third. So this is your answer. Okay, minor third above E. I know that E to G sharp is a major third, therefore a minor third is E to G. And the next one's a little tricky. I need a minor second above an E sharp. Well, I know that E to F sharp is a major second. Therefore, if I raise the E up a half step to an E sharp, I have my minor second. And what's a minor third above F? We know F to A is a major third, therefore F to A flat is a minor third. And what's an augmented third above G? Well, G to B is major, therefore G to B sharp is augmented. What's an augmented third above F? We know F to A is a major third, therefore F to A sharp is an augmented third. Next one's a little tricky. We need an augmented second above an F flat. There is no F flat scale, but we do know the F scale. So let's see. F to G is a major second. Therefore, F to G sharp is an augmented second. So if F to G sharp is augmented, then F flat to G natural is also augmented. And the next three are easy because they're all major and we know all our major scales. So what's a major third above E? It's G sharp. What's a major second above E flat? We know 1 to 2 in the E flat scale is E flat to F. And what's a major third above D? And we already know that as F sharp because we know our D scale really well. And we need a minor third above C, and we know that C to E is a major third, therefore C to E flat is a minor third. And here we need an augmented second above C flat. And fortunately, there is a C flat scale. And we know that C flat to D flat is our major interval. C flat to D flat. So therefore, if I'm going to raise the top note, the D flat, I'm going to raise it to a D. So C flat to D is our augmented second. So our next review sheet will be on fourths and fifths. You can download 6 of these sheets in the description part of the video. And when you do this, make sure you do it in pencil because we're going to go over it together and you might have to erase things. So with that, I'll see you next time.